The smartest way to use a credit card is to use it to generate income for you while you don't have to pay interest. And the best way to do this is by using your credit card to invest in the stock market, buy precious metals like gold, and real estate. And today I'm going to share you 3 tips to help you maximize all of this. Welcome to Nova Rice, your channel for financial education. In here, we talk about investments in real estate, investments in the stock market, in precious metals, and small businesses. Now, for this to work, you will need a credit card that offers an introductory promotion at 0%. Some of these come with 6, 9, 12, sometimes even 18 months at 0% interest. That's one type. And the other type of card that you can use to make this work is with a credit card that offers balance transfer at 0% interest. And these 2 types of cards, the one with the introductory offer and the balance transfer, they both have to give you the ability to get points. Points that you can convert into cashback or points that you can use to redeem for travel or hotel stays. Example of these cards are Chase Freedom, Discover It, or City Double Cash. Now, not all of these credit cards work the same. Some of these cards will reward you with different point systems. For example, some cards will allow you to get 1 point for every dollar that you spend, while there are others that allow you to get 1.5 points for every dollar you spend, or sometimes even up to 3 points for every dollar you spend. An example of this is Chase Freedom, that allows you to get 3 points for every dollar that you spend at a restaurant. And it doesn't have to be a fancy restaurant. It could be a McDonald's or a Dunkin' Donuts. So next time you're going to buy a meal there, make sure you use your credit card so you can rack up the points. Now, a few transactions will make a difference. You will need volume for that. So eventually, you're going to get to that moment where you get so many points that you can exchange them for cash back or just simply redeem them for travel. It could be a plane ticket or hotel stays. That's how Anthony and I have managed to travel all around the world without having to spend a single dime out of our pockets, just because we changed the way we spend money. Now, let's get to the tips. Tip number 1, use your credit card for everyday expenses. This way, you don't get into unnecessary debt. An example of this, let's assume you are a single person that spends roughly about $200 monthly in groceries. So instead of going to the supermarket and pay for your groceries using a debit card or paying cash, how about you switch that and you pay that with the credit card? And then with the money that you would have normally used to buy your groceries, you're going to take that money and you're going to pay off your credit cards. That way you don't have to incur any interest, and voila, you start getting points. The more you replace your daily expenses with your credit cards, the more points you're going to rack up and the more it's going to become second nature for you. Now, depending on where you are with the credit card situation, you may like or dislike what I just shared. But let me ask you something. Let's take a step back and think about credit cards in itself. Let's talk about the duality of the credit cards. So the credit cards on its own, they don't do anything for you. They're neither good or bad. It is the role that you assign to it that turns it into something bad. Let's say, for example, if you were to use your credit card as an extension of the salary that you don't have, and use that to buy unnecessary things that don't add value to your life, then that's when you become a slave to that money. And you have to work constantly and stressed out to pay it out. That's the moment you turn that debt into a bad debt. You assign a negative role to that credit card, and now you enter the racetrack to pay it off. But let's say you take the same credit card and you invest it in an asset. You invest it into something that's going to generate money or help you generate money in the long run. Now, that debt could generate money to help you pay it off, or it's going to give you a big return sometime in the future if you do it right with strategy. That becomes a good debt. And speaking of good debt, that leads me to tip number 2. Use your credit card to invest in something that's going to appreciate over time or generate a return for you. An example of this is the stock market. Did you know that you can actually take the balance transfer offer in your credit cards and write a check to yourself and then use that money to invest in the stock market? Now, I'm assuming you're going to do this responsibly and that you have done your proper due diligence to investigate and learn about the stocks. If you don't understand anything about the stock, do not invest in it. So proceed with caution. But let's assume you've done your due diligence and you know which stocks you want to invest in. This is a way to access capital without having to worry about interest. Because if you're taking advantage of a promotional offer in your balance transfer, that means you're going to have a certain amount of time to pay back that money without having to worry about interest. And in the meantime, that money is parked in the stock market, generating a return for you in the long run. as opposed to just leaving that money in a savings account and see inflation erode the interest that the bank might be paying you. Now, if the stock market is not your cup of tea, that's fine. Then you can go to Costco and buy gold with your credit card. You go ahead, you buy gold, and every gold purchase that you make, you're racking up points that can be turned into a cashback, or they can be redeemed for points for travel or hotel stays. And if the stock market and gold is not your cup of tea, try investing in real estate with it. Yes, you definitely can buy real estate with credit cards. Here's a video that you see on the screen that you can check out to learn how to do that, but make sure you check out after you're done with this video. Now, moving on to the next tip, use your credit card to invest in your education. This education can be a book, it could be an investment course, or it can be college. Why not? Not only you will rack up points every time you invest in your education, but that knowledge will always stay with you and no one can take it away. Let me share a personal anecdote. I graduated with 0 student debt, 0 student loans. And the way I did it was through credit cards. Every semester, I will sign up for courses and I will pay those classes with my credit card. And throughout the semester, I would just slowly pay it off until I hit 0. And then the following semester, I will do the same thing. I will sign up for classes and pay it off with my credit cards. Did I pay some interest along the way? Yes. However, I graduated and I graduated debt free. Now, sadly, back in the days, the point systems didn't exist. Otherwise, imagine the amount of points I could have racked up just by investing in my education. So if you're considering that book or that ebook or that course or going back to school, now is your time. You can actually go to school and make money while you're learning. You don't even have to wait until you're done with the program because just by investing in it, you're already racking up points that can be converted into money in the future. For those who wanted to learn how to buy real estate with credit cards, here's a video that I promise, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.